realize all you see is for you and I. In your dreams, through the nights, every moment that passes by, look to the heavens, hands spread wide, thanking Allah the Most High. There is no God but Allah.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome my viewers once again to iTeens World, and this is our second episode, and I would like to welcome again, I have a very renowned figure, Dr. Mamdouh Muhammad from US. He has 30 years of experience in education and dawah, and you have already seen some of his programs on Huda TV and other Islamic channels. Welcome, Dr. Mamdouh.
Jazakallah khair.
We also have two young guests. This is the way we are facilitating this program, is that we are inviting youth to be part of this leadership development program. And I have here...
My name is Basil. I'm from Pakistan and I'm now currently in year 10.
Year 10. And you're living in?
I live in Dubai.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Atiq Ar-Rahman. I'm from India, but I've been living in UAE since around 13 to 14 years, and I'm in EL 13 now.
Oh, mashallah. Our topic today is going back to the leadership. We are doing the series of topics, and what we really want to do from these sessions and discussions is to generate some knowledge and its application, because what we really want is to make sure that we're just not acquiring knowledge, but we're discussing, and there are some takeaways that we can take back and apply it in our lives, and that can make us more understanding of the environment and making us better leaders of tomorrow. And this workshop is not only this session, is not only applicable to just a youth, but also to the people around the youth, which is the parents, which is the teachers, and I mean everybody. And for that we will start today. The topic is effective communication, and how do you build these skills, keeping in mind the Islamic ethos and what Islam has to say about communication. And I will go to Dr. Mamdouh first and ask him that what do you think Islamically is good communication?
In Islam, we've been taught by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it's as much as possible to keep our tongue inside and to listen to everyone. So, good leaders, unless they develop this habit of listening and listening and listening. One of my friends, he visited me in my origin country, and I asked him this question. And what did you notice here? He's a very smart person. Mm-hmm. And he said that, I noticed that in your country, everybody is speaking and nobody is listening. So this is exactly ineffective communication. How can you communicate if you don't listen?
I think, yeah, that's very important.
So this is a starting point for us. The Prophet ﷺ used to listen to everyone. And he's the busy one, not just giving slight advices. And when he speaks very little. Yes. But he listens a lot. He listens to the whole story in order to have an opportunity to analyze. You can see from your faces now that you are reflecting upon what I say, and you have some time to analyze it. Yes. But if you're talking, while I'm talking, I don't have the opportunity to analyze what I'm saying. But you have the opportunity. So listening first, if we teach our kids that they listen more than they talk. I'm sorry, the word more is not enough. Much more. Triple times or 4 times than you speak. You speak little, you listen more, so you learn more. You speak more, the other people learn more.
Yeah, exactly. These sessions, that's why we designed it the way that we want to practice this communication skill, so that we can develop each other while we are talking and discussing. So there is time for listening and comprehension and reflection, rather than just, when you just talk about a subject and you really don't put it into practice what you have preached.
Yes.
This is one of the other ways that people look at, you communicate very well, but really we don't see this in practice. What do you think that the youth is facing at the moment? I feel like sometimes, because I work with youth, I've seen that the level of confidence, the level of understanding of what communication is not there. Do you feel that way?
Yes, I think that too, because I'm a youth as well. So I see in my friends, my family members, all of those people, I see that even the youth are lacking self-confidence, and I believe that one of the biggest reasons for that is because the parents and the teachers, they are not focusing on the subject of confidence as they used to before.
This is something good. I'd like to comment on this. Sometimes we blame our parents, but I would also try to stand on the side of the parents, saying that most of our parents perhaps did not have the opportunity to know about these issues of effective communication. They did not have this because they inherited from their parents something different. Now we have the opportunity. We learned about this. We know how important this is in our life. So we can do something positive at home to try to change our parents even indirectly. Father, we talked about how I am going to spend my vacation this year. Let's talk about it. And I'd like my mother to be present. I'd like my sister. Let's decide that we are going to stay for half an hour, discuss the matter, and in this way you teach them when a decision that's important in your life, we need to discuss it as a group. And in this way you start developing this habit of communicating well. Once we develop this, that we know how to communicate well with our parents, because sometimes it's either or.
Yes.
Either black or white. Oh, Father, he would say that I'm not ready to listen, I am busy. No, we need to teach him that we cannot do that. But of course, yes.
So, nowadays, the teenagers, like you said, we should sit with the parents.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but what we do is we get busy with our stuff, and when the father asks or the mother asks anything, we do their job, and then that's over.
We're talking about leadership.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we should take the initiative
to sit with them.
We should ask them.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes. And even sometimes you put it in a nice way. Let's say that we are eating, and the whole family is there.
Yes.
Father, and you put him in a critical situation, right? Father or mother or your brother. Brother, remember that there's a dispute between me and my brother, and I want to solve this problem. Yes, we want to have some time to discuss the issue in order to solve this problem. I cannot live in a place that we don't communicate well. So let's say that after Salat al-Isha, inshallah, we'll sit for 10-15 minutes and we'll discuss the matter, because I wanted to clarify things for him, but he didn't give me the opportunity to explain. So this is some sort of an example so that the parents would learn it. After few days or few weeks, whenever something rises up, we do the same thing.
Yes.
And it becomes a habit in the family. That's, yes.
And the transparency between the
absolutely.
children
Again,
and the
in
parents.
addition to effective communication, transparency is a key word.
Yes.
We're not just trying to make effective communication for the sake of communication itself.
Yes, exactly.
There are other things that we want them to understand this clearly, and we want to understand our parents clearly. So this cannot be done without effective communication.
And that's why the parents also have to listen to their children. And
Yes.
This is the most important thing, not just telling children what to do. And a lot of times I've seen that we as parents, and I'm my parents myself, we don't take the advice of our children. We don't ask them what we should do this summer.
Yes.
What do you want to do? So I actually practiced this with my daughter when I asked her to do a PowerPoint presentation on what she wants to do this summer. And basically it gave her a lot of confidence, because she was only 11 years old, and to go through all this process of building a PowerPoint presentation, presenting to the family that this is where she wants to travel to, or this is the things she wants to do this summer, really made a big difference. I see her more confident. I see her understanding.
Yes, this relates to what? Building up very good, effective communication would lead to self-confidence.
Yes.
Exactly.
And this is what I understood from you. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, and this is how you build capacity, and this is how you develop people. This is just one example. I'm sure the viewers and you guys must have a lot of examples that lead to better communication once you start implementing small but very important things that can develop that capacity.
Yes, on the side, I would like to tell the viewers, right, if they are teenagers are watching this, they try to invite their parents to watch these episodes while they are sitting with each other. So it will try to open up the mind of the parents and try to open up the mind of the teenagers to the importance of this thing. So in other words, it's icebreaker. It breaks the ice between them so they can continue doing this after that. So don't watch this episode by yourself. Invite your family member. So some of the things that you cannot say to your parent directly, let's do the job for you. Let you do the job for them on their behalf.
Exactly.
So this would be one of the benefits that we can get from watching.
Yeah, because a lot of times, sometimes, especially you guys are from Pakistan and India, the parents can be really, strict, as you can say, and then, I heard sometimes, when kids tell me that when dad is coming, everybody goes quiet, and oh, dad is here, and shut off everything, and the system shuts off, and it's not that they are saying it really happens, because me myself, coming from Pakistani origin, I do know, although my dad was a little different, and he really helped me build my confidence, because when I was 15, 16-year-old and it's summer vacation, he will hand me some money and he will say, just go travel, just go see the world. And traveling made me have more confidence and have opportunity to meet different people in different regions. Exactly. And this really helps, and these are the examples that I think parents need to discuss with their children. What are they doing this summer? What are their plans? Helping them in developing that, it's not just communication. Communication leads to better relationships,
Absolutely.
Better relations. Yes. So it's just communication not at home, but also at school. Yes. Because if you're confident at home, the parents can help further make it better, and you can also, by acquiring the skills, make it better in the schools. Yeah. I want to see some examples from school. What do you think we as Muslims, youth, you guys lack?
First, I would like to ponder on a point. The attitude of the parents towards the child makes a really large effect on the children's. Like if as you said right now, like the dad comes and everybody is quiet. Now that attitude of the parent, maybe he is not doing it like with the intention of scaring away the children. Maybe he's not doing it with that intention, but that really affects the child, because then the child will not want to share anything with his parents. And then slowly that thing goes out of him, and he doesn't share anything, which really is a bit destruction in his life, because if he doesn't share his life with his parents, it's going to lead him in the wrong way.
As I said, that even if our parents don't do this and we learn this, we are going to lead them to.
Yes.
This is the job of a leader. How even you can change people who are older than you, who have the full power in the house. How can you change them?
Yes,
you already
that's
got
the point
knowledge.
I was trying to ask you.
This is very good. So that's why I said, by opening channels, don't shut it. Every time somebody tries to set off, no, try to open it. Today, for example, I had a discussion with Wasim. We got upset with each other for whatever.
We'll be taking a short break, and we'll be back soon.
Look to the heavens, hands spread wide, thanking Allah the Most High. There is no God but Allah.
We can't just take knowledge and keep it as information. We have to transfer it into action. When he got up, he said one thing. Asalla nas? Did the people pray? In Hajj, for example, the primary example of how multiculturalism really looks like. All equal. I've got a dentist in Canada. Even though he's ripping holes in my teeth, he's got great akhlaq. I love visiting him. Identify the issue. Analyze it. Challenge it. And then try again. Because if you fail, big deal. Try again and keep trying.
To the heavens, hands spread wide, thanking Allah the Most High. There is no God but Allah.
Welcome back to iTeenth World, and we will carry on our topic today, effective communication. And Dr. Mamdouh, you were talking about...
Yes, I think there are some guidelines for we need to think of them in order to develop this. One of them is the concept of inclusion versus exclusion. A Muslim would always think of, I want to make them part of me, instead of excluding them. Now, he's doing something negative, so I want to exclude him. I want to depart him. I want to cut off my relationship with them. No, this is not the way. No, I want to include them, so that hoping after time, yes, he or she will improve, your mother or your sister or something like this. And the Prophet ﷺ taught us, a good Muslim is the one who gets in touch with people, who contacts people, who tries to open channels to communicate with people, although he may suffer from some of the percussions that may happen or some negative results that will happen, because people are different, people are not pleased with some of the behavior. Anyway, so it's much better for a human being, as a rule, to contact people all the time. They try to close, we try to open. They try to close, we try to open. It's much better than keeping myself aloof and alone from other people, and I wouldn't be able to communicate with them later. And even if this is very important, not just for the relationship between parents and their youngsters.
Even between Muslims, I think there is a hadith, Basil, do you remember, that not more than 3 days that you can cut off relations between a brother, and you have to call them back and speak to them.
Yes. And the best amongst you is the one who begins.
Yeah.
The one who begins the salam in order to break the ice and start continuing talking. Okay. And in the school, I think we can get some examples. I remember in the school, yes, you had an organization among the youth when I was young. I'm still young now, yes, but still. Yeah. When we used to have some teachers who were not as good as others, especially in dealing with us, and we started to be teenagers, and we felt that we are something important. They should treat us differently. We are not young people. So we used in this society that we had inside the school, we used to invite those teachers, and we used to talk to them, right? We make a small party, we bring some cakes, and then we start talking to them. And then they become more friendly. They started to change. They started to be more friendly with us. And then after some time, yes, we started to inject them. What is the way that you deal with a student who is a naughty boy in the class, or he is such and such, and he starts to speak up? But we see that other teacher, we teach him indirectly, so that we have other examples of teacher who used to do this and this and this. So in other words, we're teaching him, but with respect to how to deal with us.
So what you're trying to say is, like, first make the teacher feel, the guys, like,
open
make the
channel.
Feel
first open
feel
channel. Then
open
he should
the
be, he should feel as part of us.
Yeah.
We're not away from. Then we should inject our concept and our things that he did not have a chance to learn them in a very polite way, with respect. And you will find in a very short time they will change.
Yes, and I think that according to that, I can continue on this point by saying when you have effective communication with the teachers, you will learn stuff from the teachers that you will not have experienced
Yes,
before.
because you were shut off.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will gain some of their wisdom that they have gained over their experience, and that would not have been given to you if you had not opened effective communication with
And
them.
this one, I think, even is a positive effect on the teacher
Yes.
itself. He would like to share more with you.
Going to trips with them, playing soccer or football or volleyball with them, right? This will open channels for communication.
And other examples can be like not only in just schools but going into colleges.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we need to communicate effectively to build that reputation.
Networking.
Yeah, reputation for Muslim youth, that we are not the ones that don't have that ability, because our religion is all about communication. And it's all about having those relationships, and you can't build good relations without having good communication.
I noticed something, by the way. I visited many countries, but I visited many universities also as well in the USA, and I found the Muslim Student Association is the most active association in all the university, if not in the USA. Alhamdulillah, they had played a very good role, and when you compare them with the Muslim Students Association in different countries, they were very active, and they made great impact on the school and on their colleagues and friends.
Yeah. Basil, going back to schools, and you said that the teachers, if you effectively communicate, you tend to get more knowledge from them, you tend to have better relations with them. How do you think for those of the youth, for example, can build those relationships other than the examples you mentioned? Maybe something that they can do to get those?
You know, there can be many ways to build relationships with the teachers and students, fellow students as well. And I think one of the most important things is, you know, talk to them.
Talk. Yeah.
Talking is very, very important tool. Once you start
talking does not mean too much talking.
Yeah,
yes,
not
okay.
those
Yes,
talking.
yes. Talking means, you know, expressing yourself, you know, sharing stuff with them, and making them feel that they're special to you.
Yes.
MashaAllah.
Make them feel that they are special to you. This is one of the attributes, one of the qualities of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Each of his friends, each of his companions had this feeling that he is so dear and so special to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this has been narrated by, for example, one of the companions, Amr ibn al-As. Yes. He asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yes, who is the closest one, who is the dearest one to you, who is so special to you among us? He said that I felt that he's going to select Amr ibn al-As. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, Aisha, his wife, is the closest to me. And this is very important as well, that when lots of people don't mention the names of their wives or the names of their mothers. They think that it's something sacred or something that Islam, and this is the mix of culture and Islam. Then no, I don't. He said that Amr ibn al-As commented on this, saying, no, I'm not asking about women. I'm asking about men. Hoping that he is going to say that it's me. He said Abuha, her father. Even he didn't say Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. It's out of love of Aisha radiallahu anha, right? He said that Abuha. Yeah. Anyway, what we deduce from this is that every companion felt that he is so special to the Prophet ﷺ, because the Prophet ﷺ treated them in a special way, right? Even the non-Muslims, Prophet ﷺ dealt with them in very sensitive manner, so they loved him very much. And this opened the dialogue, right, between the Prophet ﷺ and those people.
I think I can say something about that last point, that you know, especially if you have non-Muslim colleagues,
yes,
anywhere, at school, college, wherever, you know, if you have the communication between them, between you and them, with other stuff, other matters of life, and then when they have any problems in life or they have any trouble with religious issues, they will come to you and ask you for help, and then you have the open door for da'wah.
Yes, this is very good. Yes, and again, this tells us that we need to use our houses. If you don't invite them to your place, to your house, and have opportunity to talk to them, when are you going to talk to them? At school, everybody is busy because you're leaving this class, you're going to another class, and so on. So using our houses for opening communication with others, yes.
Adding to that, I think in effective communication, it's also about sometimes our siblings. If we have a bigger family and we have, brothers and sisters, I feel that sometimes we tend to not have that good communication between us as a family, and we have rather outside the family we have a better communication and better relations. So what do you think, guys, about this?
I think the main problem with us is ignorance. Like, we get so busy in our own world that we ignore our own brothers and sisters. And as a matter of fact, like, when we start ignoring them, at one point, like, the brother comes to me and he says, I need help in this. I'm like, no, I'm busy right now, please come later. He said, okay, fine. He went back. And then he comes again on the second day with some other problem. And then, no, I'm still busy, come to me the other time. And that starts building in him that, no, my brother doesn't love me.
Yeah, doesn't like me.
He doesn't love me. He doesn't cares about me. So I think this ignorance is a big problem. Like, even if we are busy, we should give time to each and everything which is around us.
And Islamically, I think, we need to make sure that it's our family first.
Yes,
We
exactly.
need to make sure we keep the channels open and very clear and transparent to our family members first, and then develop it further outside in schools, in colleges, and then later on in our careers. I think I would like to conclude today. I really take this opportunity for thank you, Dr. Mamdouh, and my special young host, Basil, Atiq. It was very nice having you guys here, and inshallah we will further discuss in our next episodes not just building that communication, but also how we can apply new ideas into making it better to develop our leadership skills that will inshallah enhance us to be better Muslims and youth leaders. I would like to take this opportunity again for thank you Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this opportunity to sit together again, and I will conclude until next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Realize all you see is for you and I. In your dreams, through the nights, every moment that passes by, look to the heavens, hands spread wide, thanking Allah the Most High. There is no God but Allah, Muhammad is His messenger. Look to the heavens, hands spread wide, thanking Allah the Most High. There is no God but Allah, Muhammad is His messenger. There is no God but Allah, Muhammad is His messenger.